Welcome back, bienvenidos de vuelta. Me llamo Glostlyn, and as you see up there, como ven ahí arriba, vamos a entrar al Infinity Nikki. We're going to go into the Infinity Nikki, and we're going to try to finish this event thingy. Vamos a intentar terminar este evento que nos queda creo que 6 o 5 días. We have like 5 to 6 days left to complete it. We're going to use a Nintendo Switch for controller. Vamos a hacer el control por Nintendo Switch. Estamos en la versión de Steam. We're on the Steam version, and we have this thing modified, so when we use the bow, we can use the gyro to aim. Y lo tenemos modificado para que cuando hacemos el arco, podamos usar el giroscopio para apuntar mejor. Y bueno, con eso dicho, al escritorio. With that said, stop. Okay, what we're going to do is the event here. Lo que vamos a hacer es el evento. Que está acá. It is here. And by looking at that image, as I said when I did the update impression, y bueno, como dije cuando vi la imagen esta de la impresión de Glostlyn de la actualización, como que tiene que ver con, como que se parece un poco a Falcor de la historia sin fin y a la Kira. That creature looks a little bit like the Falcor from the Neverending Story and the Kira. And I have a feeling it's going to be one that may break us. Y tengo el presentimiento de que va a ser una de esas historias que nos va a terminar de romper tal vez. También aprovechando el momento, este va a ser un video in memoriam a la Kira. This video will also be an in memoriam to the Kira. Luna's mom, la mamá de la Luna. Y justamente por eso, and because of that, I made this outfit that is inspired on the Kira. Y hice este traje que está inspirado en la Kira. Tiene ese tono así medio peculiar que tenía. It has like that tone, that peculiar tone she had. And also the gloves and the shoes have like a pinkish tone, which was the color of her nails. And also in the makeup here, I have that darkish, pinkish color because that's how she looked too. I mean, as close as we can get. Y le di también en el maquillaje ese toque así más oscuro, más oscuro, más medio rosa, medio púrpura. Es más o menos el tono que tenía. Su nariz era medio café tirando a púrpura, pero cuando hacía calor se volvía rosa. And her nose was like this brownish, purplish color, but when it was very warm, it would turn out to this brownish pink color, like that lace there, or the hands. Como el asunto ese del rosón ese o los guantes. And she had a collar that was that color too. Tenía un collar que tenía más o menos ese color, without the spikes, but that's the only one we have, and she had personality too, so it suits the thing, right? Y bueno, tenía el collar así de ese color medio rosa, sin las pinchos, pero le da personalidad, así que venga. Y bueno, ahí está, and there it is. And it's fluffy like she was too, but also giving that feeling that she was very agile because she was. Y es así medio pomposo, medio peludo, digamos, pero también da la impresión, por eso tiene los brazos y las piernas libres, de que era bien ágil y demás. Y hicimos lo mismo, bueno, hay un momo que combina, and the momo that combines with that. And we did everything with all the abilities here, so that's a better in memoriam, because she could do a lot of things, so I think it goes well with that idea. Y en todos los poderes que tenemos le cambié a que se vea el traje este como una alegoría de que podía hacer varias cosas, era ridículamente inteligente. The Kira was ridiculously smart, and she could do many things. At least before she was too old. Al menos antes de que fuera muy anciana. Y bueno, the only one that we can't change is this one because it is a mess. So I did the closest thing we could. Y bueno, este no se podía cambiar, así que tuve que cambiarlo a una cosa un poco diferente. Porque es medio complicado el traje ese, así que bueno. There you go. So that will be, my friends. Entonces, ahí estamos. With that said, let's begin. Con eso dicho, bueno, la intro súper larga, pero creo que hace falta. For those that didn't see any previous videos, the Kira died recently. And that's why the in memoriam. Y bueno, para los que no vieron los videos anteriores, la Kira se murió recientemente, así que por eso es en su memoria, digamos. Y porque parece que la historia va más o menos por ahí. And it seems like the story goes into that direction, it seems at least. Oh no.
It's about to fall into eternal sleep, but my research, it's not finished. I haven't gotten to tell its story yet.
I knew it. Sabía, se notaba por la imagen. You could tell by the image there. Pero ahí en vez de decir pronto morirá, decía pronto va a entrar en el descanso eterno, en el sueño eterno, si quieren. O sea, un poco más poético, ¿no?
Everything will fade into silence. There's no time. It's too late.
Are you okay, Miss Ada? What do you mean, it's too late?
Oh, a girl and her furry friend. Please excuse me. I'm quite all right. I've just finished reading this poem and my heart feels a bit heavy. That's all.
Yeah, that guy is weeping like crazy over there. And that girl too. Ese tipín y la tipín están... Les ha pegado duro, como quien dice.
A poem?
You haven't read it? That might be for the best. Perhaps the gods wish to spare you from this sorrow.
Más que sufrimiento, es tristeza. Que es bastante diferente. Yeah, suffering and sorrow are completely different things, if you ask me.
The folks we passed earlier. Did this poem make them sad too? Farewell and the forest of slumber. Are those quotes from it or something?
The Forest of Slumber is on the edge of Elderwood Forest. It's the behemoth resting grounds. The farewell is about sending off the behemoths. I'm sorry, I can't help but cry when I think about it.
Well, it's a little interesting and weird. Es un poco interesante y raro que generalmente esos colosos son para la gente que vive aquí algo peligroso, algo inconveniente, digamos. Y que haya tantas personas que se pongan tristes de que ya no, o sea, ya les llega la hora, digamos. I find it a little bit weird and interesting that for what we gather about this world or region or whatever is that these colossi are like very dangerous, you know, like a nuisance in general, but there's still people that regard them like that, to be so sad about them passing. I mean, when the time comes for them.
Behemoths? Aren't they dangerous? How could everyone...
There you go. Reasonable thinking, right? Y ahí está, era razonable de pensar en eso.
Miss Ada, could you show me the poem?
Oh, of course. Things might make more sense once you read it.
Okay.
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear.
I wonder if she's going to read the whole thing. Let's read it just in case. Lo leeremos por si acaso, a ver. Listen. The land is resting. Its time is closing in. While the stars vanish and fall, we hear the song from the forest. Come. The withered flowers, trapped in time, will feed our hopes that are blooming. Come rain or sun. May the fallen leaves write the prelude of your farewell. Although this moment was foretold from a long time, although, as you, I have never feared the shadows of death.
The withering blossoms, entrusted to time, feed our sprouting hopes, come rain or come shine.
It is very different, ¿no? Las dos traducciones están bien diferentes. Qué loco, ¿eh?
This poem, it's so sad and hopeful at the same time. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. Te hace pensar de verdad. Oh, there you go. Bad translation again. Mala traducción de nuevo. Más que complicado, dice, te hace pensar. ¿Qué tiene más sentido? Si me preguntan a mí. It makes more sense. I guess since the wording for this is complicated, maybe they had issues while translating the thing as well. Quizás porque las palabras son un poco más como en poesía, en prosa, si quieren. Los traductores tuvieron más problemas y por eso no lo tradujeron mejor, digamos. No está mal, pero podría estar mejor.
I agree, Nikki, but it seems like everyone's only focusing on the sad parts and overlooking the hopeful ones.
Okay.
The separation between the living and the dead is incredibly painful. A small spark of hope feels too fragile to bridge it.
Ok, different again. Está diferente de nuevo. Es como que dice también, ese brillo de esperanza es bien frágil.
The separation. I suppose you're right. Just thinking about it makes my heart feel heavy.
I think I will have to say my own words on the matter later. Because of what happened to the Kira and stuff. Supongo que Glostlyn va a tener que decir su opinión, su pensamiento acerca de este tema. Por lo que pasó a la Kira. Pero veremos cómo es toda la cosa primero. A ver si tenemos que repetir o denotar algo más al final.
Maybe that's why the once terrifying behemoths seem a bit gentler in our memories.
That's right. It's a pity I didn't have a chance to get to know it properly. That fur, pure as snow. Under the sunlight, it must have been so...
Yeah, and also that the Colossus is very unique looking compared to the other ones. Y también ese coloso tiene una apariencia bien única en comparación a los otros que vimos. Como digo, se parece al Falcor o a la Kira, lo cual es bien coincidencia. It looks like the Falcor or the Kira, which is a very big coincidence if you ask me.
That day, I even told Lee that if I ever got the chance, I'd touch it myself and feel that softness firsthand.
Mal traducido de nuevo. Más que leí una persona es leer. O sea, el día que leí el poema, me puse a mí misma como objetivo, si podía, poder sentir la suavidad de su pelaje con mis propias manos.
Miss Ada.
A behemoth's rest is a long and poetic farewell. If you're curious, you can go see for yourselves in the Forest of Slumber. Oh, right. I'm getting ahead of myself. What brings you here?
Oh, yeah, our mission. Hilsetti said that the guild has a super important document that needs your signature. He hasn't been able to reach you, so he asked Nikki and me to find you.
Oh, I was so heartbroken I had forgotten to reply to him. I'll head to the guild and find him.
Let's head to the Forest of Slumber, Nikki. We can hear the forest song just like the poem says.
Ok, pausa técnica un segundo. Technical pause, my friends. 1 second. Okay, I have to wear my cape here to survive the cold. Hay que usar la capa para aguantar el frío.
Huh? Where did this glimmer come from? Looks like there's a cabin up ahead. I think the glimmer is heading straight for it. Let's follow it, Nikki.
Yeah, that's very peculiar. Eso está bien peculiar, ¿no?
Wait a sec. Was that cabin always there? I don't remember seeing it before. The glimmer landed on that book. Hold on. Is that...
A collection of poems?
Melody? Huh. I think that must be who owns the book, but why just leave it here? Huh? It went inside?
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear. Hold on. Momo, doesn't this sound exactly like the poem Miss Ada gave us?
Yeah, that sounds more like the one I translated. Eso suena más como lo que yo traduje, ¿eh? I see. So we're basically doing what Luluco did, but in reverse. Estamos haciendo eso que nos pasó con esa Luluco que vino a nuestro mundo de otro, y nosotros fuimos a como a otro lugar o algo así, a través de la historia. Oh, I forgot to mention, me olvidé mencionar que si no me equivoco, if I'm not mistaken or if I don't remember incorrectly, the Kira's full name was Kirara. El nombre completo de la Kira era Kirara, que en Happy significa la estrella más brillante, si no me equivoco. Well, it means in Happy the brightest star, and that's why also in the outfit I included that single star there. I forgot to mention it. Y bueno, por eso en el traje tengo esa estrella singular que está ahí detrás, por ese motivo. Me olvidé mencionarlo.
This place. Momo,
Momo? I'm okay, Nikki. What happened? How did we end up here all of a sudden? Oh, that glimmer.
Let me go. I have to see the Frostborough behemoth. It's dying. I won't be in danger, I promise. Please, let me go.
Frostbow behemoth? Momo, let's go take a look.
We need to be respectful. What are you doing? Okay.
The fading of life. It feels so heavy. Just knowing we can only stand by and watch it slip away. Powerless to do anything. I can't help but...
We should be grieving at a time like this. We ought to show some respect for those who have passed. What's a bard doing here at a time like this? Just singing and playing like nothing's happened? I mean, the lyrics sound like a mourning song for the Frostborough behemoth, but shouldn't that melody feel a bit more somber?
Maybe everyone's mood is rubbing off on me. Now my heart's aching.
Mine too. But that bard seems to be having a pretty different reaction, don't you think? Let's go talk to her.
We are like the intertwining streams of the forest, shining, shimmering in the dawnlight like teardrops.
I think teardrops works better. Like trembling dewdrops in the morning light. It keeps the poem's airy rhythm while adding a touch of gentle sorrow.
Her voice was super quiet. I hope you could hear it. I didn't. Su voz era muy, muy suave. No sé si se escuchó. La verdad que Glostlyn no lo escuchó muy bien. Casi nada.
Teardrops. Teardrops. You're right! It does fit. Thank you, miss. Oh, and your little round companion, too. Are you also here to bid it farewell?
Más que peludo le dijo redondito.
What do you mean by it?
Oh, you must be passing through, I take it. Or stylist, perhaps? Such a shame. The Forest of Slumber isn't exactly the best place to find inspiration. Momo and I came here for the Frostbow Behemoth's slumber, but we've run into some strange things that we don't quite understand.
That's right. We planned to come straight here, but we saw this cabin right near the Forest of Slumber. We found this strange poetry collection inside, and before we knew it, we were here.
Nikki, Momo, a small cabin, a strange poetry collection. Well, whatever the case, since we're all here for the Frostbow Behemoth, that makes us friends. Please, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Melody, a bard who roams this land. I am the forest's most devoted traveler. So you're Melody. We saw your name on the poetry collection back at the cabin. The cabin? Oh, yes! I call it my verse haven. Strange. I don't recall writing any poetry up there. A bard's poems are like fallen leaves in the forest. When inspiration strikes, a few lines are left behind, and when the wind blows, they scatter and drift, each carrying the seed of a new story. But fortunately, even scattered verses are somehow woven together by the unseen threads of fate. They're like us in that way, I suppose.
Mm, bueno, aumentar ahí. Eso de las conexiones maravillosas dijo más como los hilos del destino.
That's the charm of a bard. They can turn the simplest words into something incredible. Ugh. Why can't I do that, huh?
Well, Momo, that's quite a unique way to compliment someone. It's a shame that the behemoth's time is running so short. You would have loved it. Do you mean that frostbow behemoth that's close to its final slumber? Yes, it loves meeting interesting people. Beings, I should say. If it knew you'd come to send it off too, it would be delighted. Wait, so those people we saw earlier were here to say goodbye to the frostbow behemoth too? That's right. To the world, the behemoth is a mighty and dangerous creature. Only here in this quiet place can someone truly get close to it.
Okay, again, the translation is kinda good, but it's confusing there. La traducción está un poco medio no tan buena, ¿eh? O sea, más o menos es la idea, pero no es exactamente. O sea, dice, los colosos, los ojos del mundo son criaturas peligrosas, ¿no? Que dan miedo. Pero en este lugar, o sea, en este donde estamos parados, es donde en verdad puedes apreciar tu verdadera naturaleza y acercarte a ellos.
It's almost as if it's written into their very nature. When they grow old and weary, they follow the moonlight to the forest of slumber. There they forever rest in a sea of flowers. Some come here to mourn through great works. Others sit in silent prayer. As for me, I only wish to sing it off to sleep.
He didn't feel that joyful, if you ask me. It was more like sweet. Para Agustín esa melodía no se sentía alegre, sino más bien como dulce, si quieres. I guess, second one.
It sounds like you and the Frostbow behemoth have a pretty deep connection. How do you feel, knowing it's about to pass on? I know what you mean. The behemoth and I are close friends, and I'm heartbroken to say goodbye. At the same time, though, who says a farewell must be filled with sorrow?
Pero, ¿quién dice que las despedidas solo pueden ser tristes?
For behemoths, the final slumber is a brand new beginning. They continue to watch over the forest in a calmer, more eternal way. I would much rather send my friend off with joyous verse than do nothing but drown in my tears.
Funny enough, I felt a similar way in this specific case. En este caso específico mío, sentí algo parecido. No tan extremo, ¿no? Not as extreme as this lady, though.
I see.
But still, that doesn't change the fact that it's leaving, does it? We won't ever see it again, right?
Even so, we'll be okay. Life is a long poem, and every line deserves to be savored.
Ok. Creo que está más o menos bien, pero más que saborear cada página, porque un poema es breve, por lo general. The whole point of poems are that they are short, brief. So it makes sense that it's a line. Bueno, me equivoqué y lo dije en inglés sin querer, pero ahí en la traducción en Spanish hay un ligero problema porque se supone que la idea de los poemas es que son breves. O sea, exagerando va a ocupar una página, digamos. Entonces, es un poco mala la traducción de que dice disfruta cada página, cuando en realidad dice disfruta cada verso. ¿Sí me entienden? Porque es breve.
Here, take this. It's a poem I wrote. May it inspire you on your journey ahead.
And it was skipped. Se saltó el poema.
A behemoth? How did a young behemoth get here? Hey! Out of the way! Didn't they say there was only an old frostbow behemoth in the Forest of Slumber?
Wait a second. It's white. It's a young behemoth. How interesting. Behemoth evolution is highly dependent upon the survival of the fittest. Young behemoths that turn white are typically considered weaker compared to other varieties, leaving them little chance at surviving. This is the largest young behemoth that has turned white I've ever seen. It also appears to have survived longer than other white young behemoths. I need to record this discovery immediately.
Don't come any closer! Help me!
Yeah, obviously it's still wild.
Watch out, Nikki! Don't worry. I'll protect you.
Sigue siendo salvaje, obviamente, ¿no?
It's okay, Momo. By the looks of it, this seems to be a fairly young, sprout-born behemoth. It's likely much less aggressive than a fully grown one. However, it's clearly agitated. We'll need to find a way to calm it down first.
We know how. Sabemos
You're
cómo.
right. If it keeps running around like that, it might hurt itself, or put others in harm's way. Let me try. It's no use. It's much too frightened. My poetry can only do so much. Wait, I think I know what's wrong. The poor thing's caked in mud. It must be uncomfortable. That might be what's making it so anxious.
Okay, there we go. Ahí vamos.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's the perfect time to use the animal grooming outfit.
Exactly. Don't worry, Melody. We can handle this. We'll just need your help. Leave it to me. I can keep it distracted while you do the grooming. How does that sound, Miss Nikki?
There was a slight mistake I made here. Hubo un ligero error que cometimos aquí. No tengo ojos super cafés, pero creo que tengo unos ojos más cafés que los que estoy usando. I need a more brown eyes. I don't think I do have those, but let's try to find them. No, it's not. Because those... I mean, Nikki's default eyes are somewhat brown, but... Yeah, never mind. That's the best one I have. No, ese es el más cercano que tengo.
Nikki, are you okay?
I'm fine, don't worry. The behemoth looked so scared while I was grooming it, but it never tried to attack me. I don't think it meant me any harm.
This young one is quite a bit smaller than an average sprout-born behemoth. Not only that, but it seems to have a familiar aura around it.
De nuevo. En la traducción le pusieron aroma, pero es aura. O sea, su energía, ¿no?
Could it be related to the frostbow behemoth in the forest?
And that's exactly what I thought. Y eso es justo lo que Glostlyn pensaba.
Wait, I think I know what it's trying to say. Could you repeat that? Oh, human. Forest. Fell over. Help? Behemoth language is a little tricky, but I think I got the gist. It's asking us to head to the forest and help save the frostbow behemoth.
Sí, más que peligro en la traducción era ayuda.
Melody, do you really think the frostbow behemoth in the forest is beyond saving?
Miss Nikki, do you know why we call it the frostbow behemoth?
Frostbow. Boughs! Is it because the horns that sprout from its head will eventually grow into the shape of tree boughs?
Ahí dijo más algo como las ramas de un árbol específico. She said something different there to the translation there, but okay.
Wow, good eye, Miss Nikki. Sprouts symbolize new life. Every young behemoth is like a newly sprouted spring shoot, full of vibrant energy. That's why they're called sprout-born behemoths. As they grow older, the sprouts on their head grow strong, stretching into giant branches before withering away and falling off. Their fur becomes snowy white, and their towering horns spread out like branches in the wind. It's when the last flower on their branches withers away that their life comes to an end.
Yeah, makes more sense. Sí, tiene más sentido. Es lo que decía, que esos brotes que tiene a la larga se van a convertir como unas ramas de árbol. Y esas ramas de árbol tienen flores. Y la idea es que cuando ya ha llegado su tiempo, ya se ha marchitado su última flor, es que ya se acaba su vida. Bastante peculiar, ¿eh? Very peculiar. It's like they are hybrid between plant and animal. Es como si fueran un híbrido entre planta y animal.
For the behemoth, this is the circle of life. For you and me, the same can also be said. We too must meet our end one day.
Ya, o sea, ahí simplemente clarificar que dice, es el círculo de vida que tienen, y eso se aplica a todos los seres vivientes, como tú y yo. En algún punto ya nos llega la hora.
I see. But it... Melody, I still want to follow the young behemoth into the forest. What if there's still hope? Maybe the frostbow behemoth is just sleeping. No one's ever seen it themselves, right? Everyone only knows it from that poem.
All things have cycles, beginnings and ends, like leaves falling to the ground. It's something we can't change by will alone.
But you must follow your heart, Miss Nikki. This instinctive love for life of yours, I believe it's the most admirable thing about you. Thank you, Melody. Then, would you like to come with us?
En realidad le dijo, es lo más admirable que tienes.
Let's go, little one. The Forest of Slumber is still the Behemoth's domain. Please be careful, Miss Nikki. All right, then. I wish you luck on your journey.
Okay, I have to wait. Tengo que esperar nomás. Okay, that sounds a little more joyful. Apparently it's a very long journey. Oh, but okay, we're still here.
Poems growing out of the bushes? And that glimmer?
Summer that vanishes. Silent and lonely. Station that runs away from sight.
If all seems pointless, will you still pursue? If the ending's already set, would you write it all the same? Momo, this is...
Nikki, look! What is that?
Well, there it says, will you continue even though it stops making sense? If the new branches cry, if the joy gives room for pain, if the end is written, I mean, destiny, you might say, will you write it anyways? Yeah, we're leaving the poem, I think. Estamos viviendo el poema que técnicamente estamos leyendo. That was insanely fast. Eso fue ridículamente rápido.
Came back.
Pero lo que se llama ridículamente rápido, ¿eh? Creo que ese es el único dilema de los lenguajes asiáticos. That's the only one dilemma of the Asian languages. That since they use those, I'm going to call them glyphs. Ya que usan esos glifos, esos símbolos. Un símbolo chiquitito puedes tener un concepto súper enorme. Entonces cuando tú lo traduces eso a otro idioma, puede que un solo simbolito, que es un solo carácter, en el otro idioma sea una oración completa. Entonces obviamente a veces eso son, no sé, 4 ideas, que obviamente son 4 caracteres, los lees y lo entiendes, pero al traducirlo son un montón, entonces por eso se pasa muy rápido, digamos. So that's Asia, my friends. With the Asian languages, they have a whole idea, a whole sentence, a whole philosophic thing in one character, and since it's so compressed, when you try to translate it to a different language, sometimes this one thing could be like a paragraph or a sentence or something, so there's no time to read it if they didn't program it to have a little more time, you know. The horror, el horror.
It all happened so fast. I didn't even have enough time to react. Like waking up in the middle of a dream, except we weren't even asleep.
That silhouette we saw, that must have been the Frostbow behemoth, right? It feels like we were teleported back the moment we saw it.
Maybe it didn't want to be seen, so it sent us away? Behemoths don't have that kind of power, right, Nikki?
Was it because of the poems? Or the glimmer?
Oh yeah, it might have been the glimmer. I mean, that's what brought us here in the first place, but why would it send us there, only to bring us back?
I skipped
Then
it.
it says, if new branches weep, if joy gives way to pain, if the ending's already set, would you write it all the same?
Hold on, can we read that? No, that part was not here. Esa parte no estaba ahí, sin querer la pasé.
Pointless. A set ending. Still pursue?
Oh, Nikki, I think I get it now.
You do?
I think I do too. It's saying that everything is in vain because the ending was written long ago. The more we struggle, the more sorrow we feel. Like tender sprouts that can never be seeds again. Or the hustle and bustle of midsummer coming to an end.
Is it talking about us trying to save the Frostbow behemoth?
Yes. We might even end up making the young behemoth suffer more by trying to help.
But...
But life is so precious. And the young behemoth was so excited to invite us into the forest. Maybe we can help it.
That's right. We can't give up so easily. If we miss our only chance to help the Frostbow behemoth, we'll regret it. The glimmer's back, Nikki. It landed on that drawing paper over there.
Is it because of our response? Let's go take a look.
Could be.
It's a strong, full-grown behemoth. The way it runs through the forest is so graceful. And look over there. It looks like a girl?
Is that Melody lady? Es esa Melody, ¿no?
There's some faint writing on the back of the paper. Looks like a few blurry lines of poetry. Through verdant years we walked as one, where forest shade met glinting sun. Vines of light and shadow spun, and verses of our bond were sung.
Y los versos de nuestra canción fueron cantados, en realidad, la última parte. Give it a minute. Para el minutito.
Wow, looks like a snowy mountain up close. Huh, its horns really do look like branches, don't they? And look at those tiny white flowers hanging from them.
Melody said that when the white flowers on a behemoth's horns wither away, its life is coming to an end. If you can see them, that means we still have a chance.
I guess let's take a photo. I wanted that, but no. There you. Oh, wait. While we're here, ya que estamos.
Don't worry, we're all here. Just tell us what you need us to do.
It says hello to both of us, and it wants to say thanks. It's asking if we can use these things it found earlier. These healing supplies to help Papa? It must be referring to this frostbound behemoth. Healing supplies. Oh, I think I found them. A big pile of herbs, right? It says Papa's body isn't as warm as it usually is, and it's been sleeping a lot more. Huh? It says when Papa sleeps, he cries out in pain. It's really worried. Papa hasn't spoken to it for days. It thinks Papa might be sick. It says it's seen many humans and Troomlings before, and they all had magic jars? When someone felt as bad as Papa, they'd take out something soft that smelled nice to make them get better. So it thought if it could just find similar things, Papa would surely recover. It searched all around and gathered a bunch of them. But it doesn't know how to use them, so it needs to find someone who could help.
It remembered what healing looked like, and it's trying its very best to ease the Frostbow Behemoth's pain in the only way it knows how. Good job, little one. You've done so well.
It says Papa is really important to it. Papa took care of it when it was all alone and helped the little guy survive. It doesn't want to lose Papa. Papa's the best in the whole world. It says it'll give all of its treasures to the person who's willing to help.
Don't worry, little one, we don't want your treasures. No te preocupes, Tipilín. No queremos tus tesoros.
You and Papa are just like me and Momo. In human language, we call each other family. Family means that no matter what happens, we can count on each other, and we'll see things through. Keep your treasures, little one. We'll do whatever we can to help you and Papa.
No need to thank us.
Now let's take a look at these healing supplies and see if there's anything we can use.
Herbs, powders. These seem more promising. Nikki, what do you think?
Let's pick...
Okay. A bag of herbs. A bunch of dried herbs. A yellowed bandage. A pot full of dusts. I don't know. It's either the last one or the third one, I guess. Creo que sería el tercero o el cuarto en este caso. Probably this.
This bandage. Maybe we could use it? But then again, it probably won't do much to ease the Frostbow Behemoth's pain.
That's fine. We'll keep looking.
Okay. I guess that one.
How about this one? It smells really nice. Such a comforting scent.
This says rest powder. It's supposed to restore energy and help you feel refreshed. Sounds like the best option here, but...
Looks like we'll still have to figure something out ourselves. Still, maybe the rest powder can help the Frostbow Behemoth sleep more comfortably and ease its pain.
Right. And it might also help calm the young behemoth. Let's take it and try it out on the Frostbow Behemoth. The closer we get, the more I see just how weak the Frostbow Behemoth really is. Even its voice sounds tired. It says, don't be afraid, and that Papa won't hurt us.
We're not here to hurt you, or the young behemoth. We're here to help. This is the medicine the young behemoth found. If you take it, it should ease the pain and help you rest.
Huh? It's... Huh? You don't need it. It's asking us to leave.
That makes sense too. Tiene sentido.
Leave? Why?
It says it's no use. It thanks us for our kindness, but it wants us to go before the young behemoth gets back. It'll tell the little one that it's already taken the medicine. It says that this is natural. It's the final stage of its life cycle. Sooner or later, every behemoth gets to this point. It's just worried about the young behemoth.
As it should be. Como debería.
Nikki, should we...
Please, take this medicine and rest, Papa. I know you're worried. This way you can stay with the young behemoth for just a little longer.
Okay, he
It
takes
says
the thing.
we're the strongest duo it's ever met, and that it'll always remember our kindness.
Seeing them snuggling together like this, I can't imagine how heartbroken the young behemoth would be if Papa were really gone.
I know. The young behemoth finally found someone like Papa. Now it might have to be all alone again.
Just like the poem says, all our efforts will be in vain.
Nikki. Why do things have to die? If no one ever died, then we could always be together. No sadness, no grief. We could just be happy forever.
Not really. No realmente eso que dijo ahí al final, ¿eh?
But if life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another?
Oh. Bueno, ahí no estoy muy seguro de esa palabra cala, pero es como que dice, ¿qué tan profundo es el amor que sentíamos?
Melody.
Okay, that one was readable. Ese sí se podía leer. That was too fast. Ese estaba muy rápido.
The glimmer sent us back to the little cabin again.
If life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another? What did Melody mean by that?
Oh, I get it. Every time we're faced with a difficult question like that, we get sent back to the cabin.
But when we find an answer, the glimmer shows up and sends us to another story.
Yes, but where are all these questions coming from anyway? Who's giving them to us? And why didn't Melody get sent back with us? Never mind. We've got to focus on answering the question first. Papa and the young behemoth story isn't over yet.
Death. Love's depth. Does this mean that death's existence strengthens the power of love?
Sort of, más o menos.
I guess that sounds right, but wait. Love is a miracle all on its own. Why does it need death to measure its worth? Just like Papa and the young behemoth. Their love was so deep, and death had nothing to do with it. They could have been happy forever. Isn't that better?
Again, not really. De nuevo, no necesariamente.
Forever. Wait, Momo. If life lasted forever, would Papa and the little one's love even exist? Papa protected the young behemoth and saved its life. That's how the two of them became each other's chosen family.
You mean if the little one could never die, Papa wouldn't have needed to save it? They might have never gotten to love one another? And the little one trying everything they could to keep Papa alive. That wouldn't have happened either? I think I understand.
I think I do too. Life is so fragile that saving and protecting someone becomes that much more meaningful.
That's an interesting way of seeing it. Es una forma interesante de verlo, la verdad.
That's why Papa rescued the little one and cared for it with such tenderness. And that's why the little one did everything it could to ease Papa's pain. Death strengthened their love, in a way. An inescapable end to a wonderful story.
Bueno, ahí falta. Desenlace inevitable del que no puedes escapar en una hermosa historia.
But that love won't die with Papa. It'll live on forever in the young behemoth's memory.
Ujú. De verdad.
Wow. That makes so much sense now.
But
Maybe
there's a
what
catch
we
to
really
it.
fear isn't death itself, but that the deep love we have for one another might fade away with it.
That. Eso justo.
The glimmer. It's back. Looks like we found the right answer, Nikki. There it is. On that photo over there.
Let's take a look. It's a slumbering frostbow behemoth. The verse on the page reads,
The ground's veins began to tremble, and mottled horns sank into the fields. New, green branches broke through the soil, transforming into verdant shade.
While we're here, ya que estamos.
We're back! Melody's over there. I wonder why she went into the forest. Let's go ask her, Nikki.
Melody, you came back? I did. I've come to see friends, new and old. It's been so long since I've seen it sleep so peacefully. Thank you.
We were hoping to find another way, but it...
Papa is a kind behemoth. It knew its life was coming to an end, and it didn't want you to worry or struggle for nothing. The little one was its only concern. I just don't know how the poor thing will manage from now on. It'll grow up strong. Love heals wounds, and gives courage too, doesn't it? Besides, behemoths are naturally independent creatures. The little one's calmed down quite a bit since you've been away. Has the young behemoth really made peace with Papa's passing? I can't help but wonder if we could have done more to help.
We couldn't help. No podíamos.
I know the behemoth is young, but it has such a strong sense of life for its age. It's just not quite ready to face the truth yet.
Más que los humanos es por su edad del mismo bichito, ¿no?
But this day was always coming, whether we liked it or not. All we can do is be there for the little one.
You seem to know a lot about behemoths. More than most scholars and adventurers, even.
You're quite the curious one. But my story with behemoths began with a bit of curiosity, too. When I was little, I was fascinated by behemoths. I'd hide away and watch them for hours. My interest in them continued as I got older. I eventually discovered that they sometimes follow the sound of my songs.
Wow! Who knew they had such an artsy side?
I've traveled far and wide these past few years, learning as much as I can about them. I've even named every behemoth I've ever met. And this Frostfowl behemoth's name is Hesper.
So Papa is the little one's special nickname for it?
That's right. I still remember when I first met it. Every step it took was full of vibrant energy. It loved roaming around at night, chasing glimmers in the woods and gazing up at the stars. I named it Hesper after the shining starlight. Unfortunately, even the brightest stars will one day burn out.
Coincidencia, no lo creo, ¿no? Coincidence, I don't think so.
Melody. But at least they still cherish this land. Their story isn't over yet. Let's find a place to sit. I'll tell you the rest of the behemoth's story through a poem.
You really love writing poetry, huh?
Poetry helps us remember. If one day you feel there's someone, something, or even a fleeting moment worth remembering forever, maybe you'll want to write it into a poem too.
I mean, the nice thing about poems is that they are short. So anyone could remember them more easily. Lo bueno de los poemas es que son breves, entonces es un poco más fácil recordarlos. But the issue is that they have like a way of writing, you know. That's the one thing I don't like though. Lo malo es que tiene una cierta forma de escribirlo, de leerlo. Y eso es lo que no me gusta. O sea, me parece bien que tenga normas en sentido de que no sea muy largo, pero en el otro sentido de que tiene que ser bien específico, eso no me gusta. I like the fact that it's short, which it should be like the format, you know, but the rules and stuff, like in the way you have to write it, that's the part I don't like.
Before we have to say goodbye to Hesper, please listen to my poem. Follow me. This is where I often come to write and find inspiration.
La cabaña, asumo. It must be the cabin. She probably could have chosen a better path to get here, right? Probablemente podía haber elegido un mejor camino para llegar hasta aquí, la tipina esa. ¿Eh? Probablemente. Okay, Mobo, not now. Ah, okay. Now, Momo, where is it? Okay, let me do that first. Very quickly. Haremos eso de una vez porque después Glostlyn se olvida. Okay. Seems like it's a very easy one. Parece que es uno fácil. Parece. No, it's not that easy. No es tan fácil. Yeah, because you want the one you need to. Oh, okay. Eso está interesante. Come on. Okay. I had to throw the box after rising up the water. And oddly enough, this one doesn't have restore the box thing. So we had to go out and come back again. No tiene para restaurar la caja, así que hay que entrar y volver a salir. No, it appears I broke it for good. Parece que la arruiné siempre. Bueno, por primera vez Glostlyn la vendió nivel galáctico, ¿eh? For the first time, Glostlyn messed it up real good there. Yep. It's impossible now. Yep. Es imposible ahora porque no hay el... Bueno, supongo que dijeron... Es demasiado fácil, nadie la va a arruinar. Maybe they said nobody will be dumb enough to mess it up. Glostlyn did. Seguro dijeron nadie va a ser tan sonso de arruinarle y Glostlyn la arruinó.
Melody, we're ready.
Now then, where shall I begin? A behemoth's journey begins with separation. When they walk alone into the storm, they truly know loneliness. Tell me what it means to be lonely, to be parted. Warmth leaves us vanishing quickly, like dew in the morning. Loneliness haunts like a shadow them a deeper understanding of farewells, more romantic than even poetry.
Where the journey came to its end, and a lifetime returned to dust, springs an elder wood, watching over the clumsy first steps of the young amidst the bloom.
The source of reincarnation comes from a time long ago when the gods still lingered.
I listened as the great horn sank into the flowers, and the ground shook in its reply. New shoots grew, touched the air, and started swaying. And the forest, it sang along. It sang the whispers first heard after final parting. Its song rang out across the land, echoes returning back to us, where we hope to meet again.
Too short, me corto. Y bueno, no es el momento ni lugar, lastimosamente, Rex, esta vez. Más bien, qué milagro, te despertaste súper temprano.
Looks like the glimmer didn't leave us a question this time.
Maybe they think we fully understand now, so they sent us back? You know, with all this going back and forth, I see life and death pretty differently now.
No exactamente. Es por la temática del asunto específicamente en esta situación.
Especially after hearing Melody's poem. The way that behemoths turn into trees after death to keep protecting the forest makes Papa's death seem a lot less scary and a lot more hopeful.
The death of a behemoth is much more poetic than a human's. I used to think they'd vanish just like us, that their existence would fade over time.
Digo porque para ti deberían ser las 5 AM, ¿no? Por eso digo despertar.
But instead, they take root in the forest, becoming tall trees that protect the land and everything they love. Their love isn't simply memories, stories, or influence. It's much more tangible. It's a legacy filled with hope.
When you put it that way, I'm a little jealous of those behemoths.
Even if we don't turn into trees after death, we have our own ways of passing things on. That's what life is all about. It's precious because it's finite. It's incredibly vibrant and worth protecting for generations to come. When you look at it that way, death doesn't seem so scary anymore. Because our lives, our loves, our thoughts, and even our civilization will live on after we pass away.
I feel like this will be the last time. We'll bring this story to a close on this journey.
It landed on the manuscript. Let's go check it out.
Seems like it's a Sprout-born Behemoth Observation Journal?
Asumo que no has visto mi... ¿Qué se llama? Lo que he puesto en el server.
The night grows brighter still, as countless stars ascend, telling timeless tales of life that has no end. And this unending story is a poem in itself.
Historia sin fin, coincidencia no lo creo. Never ending story,
It's so
coincidence I don't
quiet
think so.
tonight, and the stars are so bright. I wonder if Papa can see them too.
A star falls, and a new one takes its place. Papa can definitely see them.
Nope. When the endless life poem comes to an end.
I thought only the glimmers and the starlight would accompany me tonight. Just Papa, the little one, and me, greeting the new life.
Y eso que era medio breve, ¿eh? Parece mucho texto porque está en 2 idiomas, pero es un resumen súper resumido. Coincidentemente esto salió justo unos días antes de que pasara eso.
These glimmers, could they just be ordinary ones? Why do you ask? It feels like they've been deliberately guiding us. Do you remember that mysterious poetry book and the glimmers we told you about? They were the ones who brought us from the forest cabin to this place, guiding us to listen to the stories here. Whenever an unsolvable question popped up, they would send us back.
We disappeared right after you finished reciting your poem. Didn't you notice?
Disappeared? But I clearly saw you two sleeping.
Okay.
How did you get back? When we responded to a question, the glimmers appeared again and brought us back here.
I still don't know who's asking those questions. Some of them were super hard to answer.
Perhaps there was never a person asking at all. Maybe it was simply an echo from within.
Eco desde adentro. Super loco.
If that's truly the case, then I believe the only possible answer is that it's the land itself calling to you and blessing you. This land.
But watching something die, can you really call that a blessing?
Técnicamente sí. Technically can be true.
From another point of view, what we witness has never been death. Death is merely the moment when life sheds its old form and takes its first steps toward eternity. Fear, sorrow, longing, confusion. These are only the prelude to that journey. In the end, love and hope compose the everlasting verse.
¿Hay 4? Yo pensé que era 3 y ya fue. Déjame adivinar. ¿Se va solo hacia un lado? O sea, ¿camina por su cuenta o se gira la cámara así por su cuenta súper despacito? O sea, con similar dices sí, pero no exactamente. Hmm. Uch. ¿Tu PlayStation es segunda mano o era nuevo, nuevo? Ya, there we go. Ya, el hecho de que sea nuevo es el problema, ¿eh? Bueno, ahora ya sabes por qué Glostlyn le dice PlayStation en vez de PlayStation. Porque, bueno, en inglés sería rezar, la estación del rezo. Porque tienes que rezar para que funcione bien sin darte problemas. O sea, el PlayStation como tal es segunda mano, pero el control, el mando, o sea, eso sí es nuevo. O sea, no tienes problemas con las palancas, ¿no? Simplemente es eso que dices del sonido. A ver, la cosa es... ¿dónde está? Creo que tengo uno aquí. La cosa es que el DualShock 4, ahí entre las dos palancas, si te fijas, tiene como unos huequitos. Sí, justo encima del botón del PlayStation. Entre el botón ese y el trackpad ese. unos huequitos. Entonces la idea es que se copiaron eso del Wiimote, o sea, del control del Wii. Entonces, eso de ahí es un parlante. Y en algunos juegos usan ese parlante para algo. Si te acuerdas, cuando estaba pasando ese Evil Within 2, cuando aparecía el monstruo esa que era como un fantasma que me perseguía, me estaba acosando. Cuando estaba cerca de mí se escuchaba su voz a través del parlante este, cosa que te haga dar más miedo, porque era como que te estaba hablando en tu mente en vez de hablarte desde el parlante de la pantalla, digamos. Y asumo que en un juego como el Fallout debe sonar la radio, ¿no? Cuando llamas a alguien o algo así. Entonces, si hace un ruido horrible, es por una de dos. O han programado mal el game y es como que la conexión sigue con... O sea, es como que está haciendo algún sonidito ahí. Y cuando vos cierras el juego, es como que lo cortas tan de golpe que suena el... psh, y se queda así como glitchado porque seguía mandando la señal si quieres. Entonces lo que tienes que hacer es, si te pasa con el juego específicamente,
Every
tienes que
time I
cerrar el
watch the
juego una cosa
sunrise,
bien.
it feels like someone's drawing the curtains open on a stage, with night slowly giving way to the sun.
O sea, así como por ejemplo aquí, mira. En vez de apretar Alt F4 en el Nikki, puedo venir aquí abajo que hay un menú que aprieto y dice, ¿en verdad quieres salir del juego? Entonces ahí aprietas el botón. Generalmente en el PlayStation no hay un botón para hacer esto de salirse, pero sí hay un botón que te manda de vuelta al menú de inicio, ¿no ves? Donde dice, digamos, Fallout 5 o yo qué sé. Presione A para empezar o presione X, yo qué sé, ¿no ves? Entonces una vez que estás en el menú principal ese, ahí recién aprietas el botón, el del PlayStation, ese que te manda al home, esa cosa, y ahí recién lo cierras. Entonces eso quizás te ayuda, digamos, a que no tengas ese error. Claro, o sea, volver al menú principal, ¿no? Antes de empezar el juego, antes de cargar tu partida, hasta ahí. Y una vez que estás ahí, ahí aprietas el botón Home, o sea, el PS. Entonces sale al menú ese de Home. Y en el menú de Home, en vez de apretar, creo que es un botón, mantienes apretado otra vez el botón ese del PS. Y te sale un menú al costado. Y en ese menú al costado te vas al de más abajo que dice cerrar software o apagar aplicación, no sé qué caramba. Y aprietas ahí y te dice, ¿estás seguro? Sí. Y ahí se cierra recién el asunto completo. Y no.
Good morning, Momo.
Good morning, Nikki. Your look today is on point, as always.
Bueno, terminaremos esto antes de que sea muy largo el video.
Nikki, I know we said our goodbyes, but I still feel a lingering sadness in my heart.
Is it because of the glimmers? Why does the tree that Papa became look so different from the others?
Maybe it's not just the glimmers. I'd like to believe it was you who brought Hesper a new kind of rebirth.
It's so unique and beautiful. Now I know the young behemoth will always be able to find its papa.
Speaking of the little one, it seems Papa entrusted its care to Miss Nikki. Is there anything I can help with?
Momo and I don't have much experience raising critters, let alone something as special and massive as a behemoth. We wouldn't know where to start.
Let me think. I've never raised a behemoth either, but I do know a few of their habits. Behemoths are forest creatures and can't live too close to human settlements. I do know a good spot. Maybe we can build a behemoth sanctuary for them there.
A behemoth sanctuary?
You two can't let the little one traipse around the Elderwood Forest with you forever, can you? It just lost its family and needs a safe place to heal.
You're right. That would be amazing.
Totally! It sounds like a great idea.
Then let's give this project a name. How about the Behemoth Guardian Project?
Since Nikki named the project, I want to name the sanctuary. Let's call it Warm Fur Home. You know, for warm and fluffy.
Those are two wonderful names. Once the young behemoth feels a bit better, let's go visit the place together, shall we?
Exacto. Bien, che. Es que la verdad que ese mundo de los tanques, consola, o sea, PlayStation, Xbox, se ve bastante calidad, ¿eh? Y de paso que lo hicieron un poco mejor que el Blitz, que cuando hay colaboraciones y demás puedes desbloquear tanques y tripulación haciendo retos y demás. Lo cual me parece buena cosa, ¿eh? Pero siempre que puedas hacer eso, sí. Y en especial, si está sonando alguna cosa, mejor irte a un lugar donde no suene. Y ahí no deberías tener problemas. Porque solo te pasa cuando cierras el asunto, ¿no? Después todo tranquilo. Está medio lejano el lugar ese.
What a lovely sunny day. Let's check out what the shroomlings are doing.
Mira vos. Es ese que es como una especie de zorro y un bichito más chiquito.
How about we build our warm fur home right here?
Great idea! I've looked around a bit. It feels perfect!
We can set up a warm little nest for the young behemoth with a soft mat and put its favorite food here. This open space is perfect for it to play in.
Great! Nikki, you're awake? Did building warm for home wear you out?
Or is your poetic inspiration just taking its time?
If Nikki's poem isn't finished yet, will the warm for home opening ceremony still go ahead tonight?
Absolutely. I already have an idea. The poem will be finished soon. There is a story here just begun, where we can find hope growing. Peaceful the night with sweet dreams flowing, just like a melody.
Ah, ya. O sea, sí era lo que pensaba, pero no exactamente. Y que tiene una pistola o algo así, ¿no? Se ve más o menos como un Zelda, pero más chafas, y que el protagonista tiene una pistola en vez de una espada, ¿no ve? Algo así es la cosa. Y el hurón tiene como unos de esos goggles en su cabeza. Nunca he jugado ninguno de esos, tampoco he visto gran cosa, he debido ver como unos 2 minutos, digamos, del asunto. Si no me equivoco, de eso hay desde el Play 2, ¿no? O sea, Play 2, Play 3 y el PlayStation 4. Y creo que sacaron uno también para el PlayStation 5, ¿no? Ok. Get close to the little colossus and press la. To open the menu, you can give the little one a name. And you cannot change it, so choose wisely. When you have the name, close the menu, begin to take care of it. The little colossus have 4 attributes: strength, intelligence, feelings, and curiosity. During the next 16 months, your little colossus will develop its own personality and unique abilities. In the daily agenda, you can organize growth events and company events. Different experiences that your little colossus lives will configure its attributes. In the construction plague, you can build basic installations and ludic installations. By placing those, your colossus will have vitality, cheerfulness, and will improve its attributes. When your little colossus is 16 months of life, the how do you say that? The racing would have been finished, and its attributes will decide the corresponding ending. Okay. There's the little one. But let's finish the video there. Pero terminamos el video allí. Hay en PSP también, ¿no? Ahora que lo pienso. Creo que de hecho los mejores juegos de esa cosa son en PSP. Según lo que dicen por ahí, ¿no? Pero bueno, no sé por qué. Aparentemente a la gente le encanta ese Uncharted y a Agustín le parece la peor cosa que jugó en la vida. El 1 me gusta, pero el 2 es medio... y el 3 es... ¿En qué pensaba? Pero bueno, la clásica que si a Agustín no le gusta, a todo el mundo le encanta, ¿no? Okay, that was handled in a very different way that I was expecting. La verdad que manejaron eso de una forma diferente a la que Glostlyn esperaba. Entonces, bueno. ¿Tampoco te gusta? Ah, mira vos. Es que, ¿sabes? Creo que a mí en específico no me gusta porque es como un peor Indiana Jones, digamos. Le quitas eso y es solamente un tipín que no sabe lo que hace, que dispara a gente y ya, digamos. Así sin motivo. Porque por lo menos el Indiana cuando dispara es como que tiene sentido, ¿no ve? Son soldados, alguna cosa que le están amenazando o algo así. Y bueno, supongo que después vamos a dar nuestro pensamiento cuando acabemos de hacer esa cosa. I'll give my opinion after we finish doing the racing up of that one, I guess. path to the sunrise. She tied up her spongy hair and decided to greet the shining day. By her side, the little dog was barking joyfully, and its light steps went through the street. Beginning of the link. Uncountable mornings and nights shared started in that rainy day that was very uneventful, when this little dog with a adorable yet sorrowful look charmed the silence of the heart of the little girl. Good night magic. Nights without sleeping were no longer accompanied just by her heartbeat. When the little dog burrowed his humid nose in her palm, any worry or loneliness disappeared like the snow touched by the sunlight. Okay, we will do that after this video. Vamos a hacer eso después del video. Así que si están viendo esto desde YouTube y les gustó lo que vieron, recuerden ponerle like, comentar, suscribirse para más videos o mejor aún pasen por directo como estamos ahora para compartir estos momentos con nosotros. El link está abajo en la descripción. If you're watching this from YouTube and you like what you saw, remember to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, or even better, comment a stream to share these moments with us, lo que right now. Link will be in the description. Así que sin nada más que decir, digo final de video. And we didn't necessarily say end of the video.